from the depth instant tutorial.
So right now we are cutting out a piece of the hull, which we're going to use as the space for them. It can be a good idea that they are closer to the rear, because some of the torpedoes chasing you, which don't have too good prediction guidance, may come up from the rear. So that can be a smart idea, so that they are basically there and that they are not running into propellers and stuff like that. Right, so I have EMP insulated a little 3x3 area here, and we're going to use this space to build our torpedo interceptors. I'm going to use a medium system. You can use small missiles and large missiles to make this as well. Now, to make it have a nice connection point without adding blocks to the other side, we can do a little hack. We can use the aerodynamic hatched gantry instead. Now, this will also make them a little bit armored and thus a little stronger against incoming damage. Right, so now we need to add some connectors here, like this, and then a little missile controller. We can do like that. And we also want a identify friend or foe module, because otherwise we might accidentally target our own missiles, our torpedoes specifically, if we do have them. Then we do also have a little staggered fire. Now this is completely optional, but when we have 9 of them, it can be a good idea to space them out a little bit, since torpedoes will go for a long way. Just spreading them out a little bit will basically make sure that we deal more consistent damage and that less damage is wasted, but don't make them so staggered that they basically are not being able to being fired at maximum speed. So each of these has a reload time of like 15 seconds, so you can see that my delay of 0.75 seconds or 0.75, yeah, is pretty adequate of spreading them out. So to set up the torpedo interceptor, we will basically go into it, select a torpedo propeller. We need a fin. So a torpedo propeller, a fin, APN guidance, leave this at 2. And then at the nose, we should have a missile interceptor, which also works underwater. Now we're going to select this target only missiles, because we only want to target missiles for this. Warhead arming delay, decrease it a little bit. Guidance activation delay, we should set it to 0. Thrust before locking can be 100%. We should go here, make sure that the ramp up time is like 1.5 seconds, something like that should be good enough. Then we just click copy to matching launch pads like this, and all of them will now be correctly set up as torpedo interceptors. We're going to go to defense and select the close-in weapon system controller, which is the all-in-one CIWS controller I meant. Right, and for this we're gonna set up a little rule set. So we have a main rule set. We're gonna remove angle of incidence, and we are going to add ignore outside. Then we're gonna have type of projectile, and we are going to leave it at 1. So we're gonna ignore outside 1, which means that we are not going to target cram shells, which usually don't come from underwater. Then we're going to have a other little thing here, which is also going to be a ignore outside. Then we're gonna have altitude of the projectile. And the altitude is of course the altitude of the projectile. So we're gonna drag this down to -200 meters, and this one, the maximum value, we can set at 0. So it's basically only going to target projectiles that are underwater, which is just what we want. And it can be a good idea to add a little weight value here, so we can have a distance. Right, so the weight and the distance to the projectile. I don't really know what the max distance you can detect a torpedo at, but let's say 2000 meters. So at range max, we're gonna add a -10, and at range min, we're gonna add like, yeah, a lot. So we do want to target things that are close to us by the, yeah, that's like the most important thing to shoot at, of course. So that is the rule set which we're going to have, and for this we can actually remove the failsafe. It serves no purpose here, so it only risks limiting our firepower. And that's basically a torpedo interceptor setup, so this will now shoot at torpedoes and kill them, which is very nice. Make sure to not put them too close to the propellers so that they are not basically accidentally hitting the propellers and being destroyed. And as you know, we do need to have passive sonar, active sonar, preferably 90-degree active sonar, in order to detect torpedoes at all. And if you have that, you should be able to shoot them down with this little system. So you can prefab this and save it. They will be called the Army of Gmodism Fish Torpedo Interceptor Pack, Medium Missile 9, because it's 9 of them. Beautiful, and if you're a commissioned officer in the Army of Gmodism, you can access this file in your file as well. And this should be the torpedo interceptors set up and nice.
Well, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, please leave a like. Also, go to gmodism.com/support to find all the support options if you want to give something back. That's, of course, extremely appreciated. We do appreciate likes very much as well, so don't forget that. In any case, this is your host Eric, and I'm signing out.